Everyone, Jeremy here with another episode of Daily Marketing. Today I am going to be going through a twofer, page insights and then ads insights. And so, these are kind of basically your measurement metrics, right? When it comes to Facebook campaigns, as well as Facebook pages. And so it's really important to kind of look at these and understand what you can and can't measure. Although what you can measure tends to be a lot more than what you can't, honestly, with Facebook. And so we're just going to run through these a little bit here today. And so I'm going to start off with the page insights. So, if you're on your Facebook page, right, and I'm just going to go back and show you. I'm on my personal page here. At the top, you're going to see a few things, but number one, you're going to see your insights, right? And so we're going to go over to insights now for the page. And as insights load, I want to kind of point out a couple of different things. So number one, you've kind of got like a high level overview that it'll just give you, right? And so that's going to be, number of clicks on your page, contact info, call to actions, page views, page previews, new page likes, page reach. Reach is, remember, the number of unique people that saw it, not impressions. Recommendations, post engagements, video play, page followers. It does an individual post breakdown based on organic reach versus paid reach. And then it's got post clicks and then reactions, comments, and shares. And then pages to watch, you can compare yourself. So if you add a page to say, I don't know, Gary Vaynerchuk, right? I can watch that page and it'll kind of show you, what their page growth is versus yours, right? And you could put a bunch of pages in, whatever. I'm not going to finish that up right now. But yeah, so total page likes. I'm clearly nipping at his heels. But yeah, so, kind of going down the list here, you can go through promotions. These would be active promotions that you can create. And so, this is kind of if you'll notice, this is basically the ads manager, the different campaign types, but a little bit more user friendly, I guess. It's kind of more for people that don't have the technical ability to go through the ads manager, right? And so I would ignore these. Otherwise, you could break down and look at who your followers are. That's the next tab that we're looking at. So total page followers. And so then you could see, net followers and follows, unfollows, where your page follows happen, whether it's an ad, a page suggestion on your page, uncategorized desktop, or search. You can see same with likes is going to be a very similar sort of thing that you'll see. Reach is going to be there as well. So all of these have just different insights, and you can see by date what your reach is and things of that nature. Reactions, comments, shares over time. Hide, report, spam, unlike, etc. Page views. These are people that actually went to your page. So those are page views. Are folks that went to your page. Then page previews are folks that previewed your page. I believe that means that it hovers over. And then, actions on the page. Those are going to be your website clicks, action button clicks, etc. Right? Post, it's going to break down all your individual posts. This is actually really, really valuable for a lot of people. So you're seeing, this is where you get your day parting, right? And where you're seeing the impressions based on that. So turns out my best time is noon, right? I suspect that's because I'm a business focused page and a lot of folks are eating lunch or whatever and just zooming around on Facebook during that time. So, otherwise, though, you can go through, you can check out reach and engagements, events. If you're running any events, this is where you would see data about them, videos. This is another one where, if you're running Videos, you're going to see video insights if it decides to load today. I'm going to reload that real quick. But basically, yeah, so you can kind of see the left-hand column. I'll go through the rest of these real quick. Videos is apparently screwing up, so I can't show you that one. So stories, those are your page stories, right? And then, yeah, so basically, if you're going to use the kind of story feature for Facebook, you could see how those page stories did. I apologize. Sorry, it's a little late here while I'm filming this. But yeah, then people, you can kind of see the breakdown of where people are from, the cities that they're from, the language that they speak, gender breakdown, age breakdown, right? So, not terribly surprising. Most of my fans are men 18 to 34, basically, right? And so you can see the percentage that it's broken down there. So, messages here, you've got some stats around messages sent or not sent, message connections, block rate, reported connections, blocked connections, new message connections. And then finally, the last section on page insights is, page rate limits. So if you're using third-party tools, this could be something that's, potentially useful. So that's basically page insights. It's not terribly deep, but I think you can learn some interesting stuff, especially around day parting, is really useful. And then, some of how individual posts are doing. So going into the ads manager, I wanted to show you. So a lot of people skip over this column, but you go right to campaigns, right? But account overview is actually really interesting. And I got a question from somebody the other day about understanding frequency of their account, right? And you can actually do frequency by date. You see that? You're doing frequency by date. And then you can do, cost per link click and stuff. I was running some engagement campaigns here, so it's not going to look nearly as cool. But yeah, so you can look at frequency over time, right? And that's going to be, kind of the audience, and that's going to be broken down by day, and then what your reach is. So yeah, definitely can learn some things there. You could get kind of an idea of, age of gender, age, just gender, and then you can do, reach, but I could say, let's do impressions. That looks a little bit different, right? Where you're seeing like reach is a little bit more evenly distributed. You can do, again, the breakdowns here is the reach and amount spent, but you could do a reach versus, let's say, engagement. And you could say, oh, okay, well, it turns out that most of the people might be, according to my ads, my ad is most seen between 5 and 6 p.m. However, my biggest engagement is my biggest post engagement is between 11 and midnight. So, which again isn't terribly surprising. You can see a map where it breaks down, versus impressions, all that good stuff. Yeah, so this is a really interesting tab. I encourage you to mess around here in the account overview and kind of learn some insights. I want to go to somebody who's asking about, like I said, somebody was asking about how do you understand, at a top level, what your frequency is and things like that. And they were saying that they could only find it at the ad set level. I want to show you, you could customize columns. And I'm not sure entirely if this is what this person's asking, but we'll find out. You can customize columns and you can learn a lot. So there's hundreds and hundreds of potential insights and breakdowns that you can do in here, but you can do frequency at a campaign level, right? And so that's one potential one. The other thing, so a few things. You can customize columns, and I want to run through some of my favorite column customizations. So I learn a lot of conversion campaigns, so add payment info, purchases, add to cart, unique landing page views are usually pretty useful to me. And then they actually have some interesting ones around here. So you can show date created, started, end, reporting starts, time elapsed percentage, and then objective, buying type bid strategy, remarketing, do location, age, gender, like kind of remarketing, right? Included custom audiences, doesn't include custom audiences, et cetera, et cetera. Add creative. You can do breakdowns by tracking, split variable optimization events, et cetera. Lots of great stuff in here, offline. You can do ROAS, return on ad spend, so that'll even calculate that in the dashboard, especially if you're using something like e-commerce or Facebook mobile app installs, right, or mobile app stuff. You can get some really interesting insights there. And so, yeah, definitely look at customizing your columns. But another thing that I don't see a lot of people realize is you can then break down the results by delivery, by time, delivery, or action. And so what that'll say is this is a really great way of getting, kind of an interesting. So if I wanted to say by delivery, right? So let's break it down by delivery. So here you see, now I'm saying, okay, these are the frequencies for these specific age group, or these are impressions or the reach or the clicks or whatever for these different age groups. And so as you can see, this gives you a little bit more granular control, and you can do a lot of different breakdowns. So you could do by, country, or you could do breakdown by, I don't know, business location. If you have that set up, age and gender, you can do a breakdown. So, my best clickers are 45 to 54-year-old men in this one very limited case, right? That sort of thing. And so just very, very interesting. So I would definitely play with the combination of customized columns and then breakdowns for, excuse me, I'm so sorry, for the breakdowns for, looking at stuff in Ads Manager. And so I think, one final sort of thing I want to do is you can view some charts on that as well. And you can see, placements. I mean, this is the campaign level, right? You can do this all at the ad set level as well. So, it turns out actually I'm mostly serving on Facebook, a little bit of Instagram, a little bit of Messenger, and then a chunk that's audience network, right? So you could do just desktop, you could do demographics, you could do performance, all sorts of really interesting stuff. So there's a lot of insights to be had in here. And to be honest, I spend almost as much time reading a lot of these reports as I do actually creating campaigns, right? Just because, work smarter, not harder, right? No need to hustle if you can read the data and understand what next steps. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of hard work, but, no need to do a job 10 times when you can take the extra moment, read, understand, and then do the job just well once. So definitely take a look at these different options, when it comes to, basically understanding the breakdowns and like the metrics that are attached with Facebook ads and then Facebook pages as well. So thank you all for watching, everybody. Happy marketing. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.